business world, it's so big, so many opportunities, so many choices, so many industries to pick from. But which one is the right business or right industry to get in and it's right for you? Hey everybody, Miles Kribian here. Very excited to do today's episode, and I think the topic business is interesting for a lot of people, especially in nowadays where AI is taking over and technology is growing so fast. The topic business is very entertaining and very interesting for a lot of individuals, starting from young age all the way to elderly people. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about why I choose the business that I'm in for last 22 years. And I'm going to give you my bullet points. And if that interests you, get a hold of me and we can have a detailed conversation. But let's stick to the topic. Why business is one of the best career to have for any kind of individual. You know, I've been in business world for over 22 years, and one thing that I can say is not the easiest choice to make. But if you understand the concept of business, if you understand, you know, working hard and sticking to it for a long period of time, eventually you're gonna collect the rewards. And if someone is willing to pay that price for first 2 years, for first 5 years, and stick around and not quit, definitely you're gonna love the business world or the sales world in this case over and over again. Being in a business world, I think, is one of the best choices you can make in your life. It's gonna improve, you know, your career, your finances if you do it right, and you're just gonna have a different mindset. And one thing I learned, people who are business minded, entrepreneur minded, they really create a different lifestyle versus people who are employees. Now, nothing against employees, it's a choice. Life is all about choices. And I always say, people, you know, when you want to come to a business, you got to take the good and the bad that comes with it. And a lot of times, maybe being an entrepreneur or being in a business world is not for everybody, just like singing, right? Not everyone can sing, and I believe not everyone can be a entrepreneur or be in a business world. But if you decided to be and you stick around, the reward is beautiful. So a couple of things I want to say. A lot of people sometimes get confused what business, what industry to get into and just grow. So I always tell people, if you want to get into the business world, number one and the most important question that you gotta ask yourself is this: what do I love to do? That's very important, because I've seen people choosing an industry or a type of a business because of money, or because somebody else told them, you know what, my cousin is doing this, you should get into this business. There's a lot of money, but they don't like it. Eventually, 1 or 2, 3 years later, investing a lot of time and money, they realize, you know what, I don't like doing this. And I learned one thing: if you're doing something you don't like, you're not going to make a lot of money. However, if you choose a business or industry that you love doing that, and you stick around and you work hard, money will come. So that's the first thing I tell people: make sure you choose something that you enjoy doing it. In other words, if money wasn't the point or money wasn't an issue, what would you do that you love to do? If you can answer that question, based on that, you can choose the right business. So that's very important to understand. Second thing, when you're choosing an industry, you always want to make sure that ask yourself, where does the future of this field or this industry or this business looks like next 5 years or 10 years or next 20 years? Think of it long term, because there are some industries are going down because of what's happening in the economy, in technology, and how the world is growing, the speed, how fast is growing. So you want to also pay attention to that, because sometimes you might join type of industry that is dying out, because a lot of things are replacing, and the world is not the same 30 years ago, 20 years ago. Things are changing fast and rapidly. So you want to make sure you pay attention to that. So choose something that has a future, okay? And another thing that I always tell when it comes to choosing a type of an industry or business to do in your life, the flexibility. Because a lot of times it's not just about the money, the money potential, but also the flexibility. You want to choose a type of a business that is flexible, that you can control your own hours, and you can do the business from anywhere you're in, whether you're traveling, or you can do it from the office, from home, or in general, it's flexible. So that's very important to me. And like I said in the beginning of the video, why I choose financial services, because some of the points that I gave you, this business gives me this opportunity. I love financial services because I love helping people. I love educating them about how money works, how investments work. Not only that, it's an industry that you can really make a lot of money. But most importantly, that I love doing this for last 22 years is because the flexibility. I choose my hours when I want to work, and I choose the way I want to work. And especially after COVID, a lot of things changed, where a lot of times I don't even meet the clients. It's over the phone, it's over the text, and sometimes it's very convenient. A lot of times I don't even come to the office. I have a home office, I work from there. So I like this flexibility, especially when I travel. If there is an emergency, as long as I have my phone and my computer, I can get things done, and it's not going to stress me out until I come back. So those are a couple of reasons that I love working in financial services industry. If you have any questions about this, direct message me. I'll be happy, like I said, to sit down and go over some details. Now, to summarize the video, ask yourself why, especially goes to people who live in America, why you came to America. A lot of times we heard this old saying, right? It's a land of opportunity. It's where dreams come true. That is correct. However, that's part one, in my opinion. One thing that a lot of times nobody tells you is part two. America is land of opportunity for those who get into the business world or become entrepreneur. Because when you have a job, it's very hard to live nowadays, because the life gets so expensive. But if you get into the business world where you have no limits and you're willing to work hard and make a lot of money, yes, your life can become great, and just live your life, easier, and just help others too. Hopefully these couple of points will be helpful to you. And if you're new to make a decision to be an entrepreneur in a business or have a job, make that decision very carefully. And if you tried business before, it didn't work, it's okay. Sometimes the timing is wrong, or maybe that time didn't work, doesn't mean this time around is not gonna work. So make your decision. It's end of the year. I think this is one of the important changes or improvements you gotta do, part of planning your next year. Okay, so it's end of the year. Make sure you have great plan for 2025. Think big, put big plans for next year, and work hard and achieve your dreams. It's possible. It happened in my life. It can happen to anybody. And you just have to be humble and hungry and willing to work hard, and a lot of things will come true in your life. This was Mais Krivian. Share the video. Talk to you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.